Welcome to the channel. Today we talking about the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jay-Z, Hav, Jigga. You know we don't play around here when it comes to real hip-hop, and ain't no conversation about the greatest complete without this brother. We about to dive deep, break it down real talk, and give you 10 undeniable reasons why Jay-Z sits comfortably on that throne. This ain't about disrespecting nobody else's game, but facts are facts. And when you got the longevity, the lyricism, the business sense, and the impact like Hav, you gotta give the man his due. So buckle up, cause we going in. First things first, let's talk about staying power. We talking over 3 decades in the game, and Jay-Z ain't just surviving, he's thriving. That's almost unheard of in hip-hop, man. This ain't like pop music where you churn out a hit and disappear. Hip-hop is raw, it's real, and it's constantly evolving. But through it all, Jay-Z has remained relevant. He dropped Reasonable Doubt back in '96, and he's still dropping gems today. He adapts, he evolves, but he never compromises his core, his essence. He's still that dude from Marcy, even with billions in the bank. Jay-Z could have easily retired years ago, kicked back on a yacht and lived off his legacy. But nah, he's still in the booth, he's still pushing boundaries, he's still hungry. Look, we can talk about business ventures and cultural impact all day, but at the end of the day, Jay-Z is a rapper first. And when it comes to spitting bars, the brother is in a league of his own. I'm talking about elite-level lyricism, wordplay that'll make your head spin, and storytelling that'll transport you to another dimension. Jay-Z's got that rare ability to paint pictures with his words. He can dissect complex emotions, weave intricate narratives, and drop knowledge all in the same breath. He's got that flow that just draws you in, makes you hang on to every syllable. And the metaphors, man, don't even get me started. This brother could make a grocery list sound like Shakespeare. He'll flip a simple phrase and turn it into something profound, something that makes you think, something that sticks with you long after the song is over. And let's not forget his delivery. It's smooth, it's effortless, it's confident. He owns every word that comes out of his mouth. He's not just rapping, he's commanding your attention. Now let's talk about Jay-Z, the entrepreneur, the businessman, the mogul. This brother didn't just conquer the music industry, he redefined what it means to be a hip-hop artist. He saw the bigger picture, understood the power of ownership, and built an empire from the ground up. We talking about Roc-A-Fella Records, turning his own label into a powerhouse. We talking about Rocawear, turning street fashion into a global brand. We talking about Tidal, disrupting the music streaming game. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Jay-Z's business acumen is undeniable. He's got that Midas touch, turning everything he touches into gold. But it's more than just making money, it's about building legacy, creating opportunities, and empowering his community. He's showing the world that hip-hop is more than just music, it's a cultural force, a billion-dollar industry. And let's be real, he's opening doors for other artists, showing them that they don't have to be confined to the studio. 8. Let's talk about the music, the reason we all hear in the first place. Jay-Z's discography is like a library of hip-hop classics. I'm talking about albums that redefined the genre, albums that still sound fresh today, albums that cemented his legacy as one of the greatest to ever do it. We talking about Reasonable Doubt, his debut album that set the tone for his entire career. We talking about The Blueprint, a masterpiece that showcased his lyrical prowess and solidified his place at the top. We talking about the Black Album, his supposed retirement album that became an instant classic. And I ain't even mentioning Vol 2, Hard Knock Life, The Dynasty, Rock La Familia, American Gangster. The list goes on and on. Each album is a chapter in his life, a reflection of his growth as an artist and as a man. But it's not just about the quantity of albums, it's about the quality. Jay-Z doesn't just release music, he crafts experiences. He puts his heart and soul into every project, and it shows. You can hear the evolution, the maturity, the growth in his music. Now let's talk about Jay-Z, the collaborator. This brother has worked with everybody who's anybody in the music industry. And I'm not talking about those forgettable features that artists do just for a quick buck. I'm talking about collaborations that elevated the game, that created timeless classics, that left an undeniable mark on hip-hop history. We talking about Can I Get a with Jay and Emil, a track that dominated the airwaves and introduced the world to his Roc-A-Fella family. We talking about Crazy in Love with Beyonce, a genre-bending anthem that proved his versatility and solidified their status as a power couple. And let's not forget about Dead Presidents with Nas, a track that showcased both of their lyrical genius and fueled one of the most epic rap battles of all time. Jay-Z's ability to adapt his style to different artists and genres is unmatched. He can hop on a track with a pop princess or a hardcore rapper and still deliver a verse that'll blow your mind. He elevates every collaboration, pushing his collaborators to be their best selves. Listen, we all know there are rappers who write their rhymes down, and then there's Jay-Z. This brother's got a gift, a sixth sense, an ability to craft entire verses, entire songs in his head, off the top of the dome. We talking about pure, unadulterated freestyle genius. You ever seen Jay-Z in a cypher? It's like watching a master at work. The way he effortlessly strings words together, the way he rides the beat, the way he commands the room with his presence. It's mesmerizing. And it's not just about rhyming words, it's about the content, the substance, the depth of his freestyles. He can go from spitting battle raps to dropping knowledge about life, business, and everything in between, all while maintaining that effortless flow. There's a reason why other rappers are intimidated by Jay-Z's freestyle skills. Now let's talk about Jay-Z's impact on the business side of hip-hop. This brother didn't just change the game, he rewrote the rules. He was one of the first to really understand the importance of ownership, of controlling your masters, of building your own empire. Back in the day, it was all about signing to a major label, getting that big advance and hoping for the best. But Jay-Z saw the bigger picture. He knew that true power came from owning your art, from controlling your destiny. So he started Roc-A-Fella Records, not just as a label, but as a platform for himself and other artists to own their masters, to build their own brands, to control their own narratives. He showed the world that hip-hop artists could be more than just performers, they could be CEOs, they could be moguls, and his influence didn't stop there. He's been a vocal advocate for artists' rights, for fair compensation, for ownership in the streaming era. He's put his money where his mouth is, investing in tech companies, streaming services, and other ventures that empower artists. Hey, let's talk about those iconic Jay-Z moments, those performances that'll forever be etched in hip-hop history. We're talking about moments that transcended music, moments that became cultural touchstones, moments that solidified his status as a legend. We talking about that epic battle with Nas, a clash of titans that had the whole hip-hop world on the edge of their seats. We talking about him headlining Glastonbury, a testament to his global appeal and his ability to conquer any stage. We talking about him shutting down Times Square for his Fade to Black concert, a performance that showcased his star power and his ability to command a crowd. We talking about him bringing out Michael Jackson at Summer Jam, a moment that left the crowd in awe and cemented his place in music history. And let's not forget about his performances at the Grammy Awards, the MTV Video Music Awards, and countless other award shows, where he consistently delivered show-stopping performances that left audiences wanting more. Jay-Z's stage presence is undeniable. Now let's talk about Jay-Z, the activist, the philanthropist, the voice for social justice. This brother has never been afraid to use his platform to speak truth to power, to shed light on injustice, to fight for what he believes in. We talking about his support for the Black Lives Matter movement, his outspoken criticism of police brutality, his efforts to reform the criminal justice system. We talking about his work with the Sean Carter Foundation, providing scholarships and opportunities for underprivileged youth. We talking about his powerful lyrics that address systemic racism, poverty, and inequality. We talking about his actions, his donations, his commitment to making a real difference in the world. Jay-Z understands that his influence extends far beyond music. Finally, let's talk about Jay-Z's impact on the next generation of hip-hop artists. This brother has inspired countless rappers, producers, and entrepreneurs, showing them what's possible when you combine talent, hard work, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. We talking about artists like Kanye West, Rihanna, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar, all of whom have cited Jay-Z as a major influence. We talking about the countless rappers who have studied his flow, his wordplay, his business acumen, trying to emulate his success. But Jay-Z's influence goes beyond just music. He's shown young people that they can come from nothing and achieve anything they set their minds to. He's a symbol of hope, of inspiration, of what's possible when you dream big and work hard. He's broken down barriers, shattered stereotypes, and redefined what it means to be a black man in America. He's a role model, a mentor, a guiding light for a generation that's looking for leadership, for inspiration, for someone to show them the way. So there you have it, folks. 10 undeniable reasons why Jay-Z is the GOAT of hip-hop. We talking about longevity, lyricism, business acumen, cultural impact, and a whole lot more. Hov's not just a rapper, he's a force of nature, a cultural icon, a living legend. Now I know everybody got their own opinion and that's cool, but you can't deny the facts. Jay-Z's resume speaks for itself.